So if you've got your block handy, grab it. We will use it a little bit throughout the class. Yeah, so grab that ready. And we will start seated on the block. So you can have your feet either side of the block and then just sit your bum down onto it. And if that's not comfortable on your knees, then you can just sit cross-legged. Yeah? So find that nice comfortable space. And once you're in place, you've got everything sorted, you're ready to go, you can just rest your hands on your thighs and let your eyes close. It's always good to take a moment to stop before we start. Just bringing your awareness onto your breath and slowing down the breathing. Lengthening the inhale and the exhale, using the breath to help everything slow down. You can keep the breath flowing now while you let your right ear fall towards the right shoulder. Just get a nice little stretch there on the left side of the neck. Bring the head back to the center. Just let the left ear fall towards the left shoulder. And you get that lovely stretch all through the right side. And let the chin just drop towards the chest. We'll swing the head over to the right. And then let the chin swing along the chest over to the left. Okay, just do that a few times in your own time. Not worrying about the shape or what it looks like. This is definitely one you want to feel. So how does it feel? The breath is still slow and steady, helping to bring you into a nice place of calm. Ready for the class ahead. And then we can lift the head up. We just turn the face up to the sky so you can stretch the front of the throat. Squeezing the shoulder blades down the back. And then just bringing your chin back parallel to the floor, eyes closed. Just let the breath flow in and out through your nose. So setting an intention just to look after yourself today. So the pose that we're playing with today can be quite a difficult one to get that balance between stretching enough and stretching too much. So making sure that you move through the flow with your breath so that you keep that awareness and that mindfulness. So in your own time, you can just blink your eyes open and see if this feels all right. You're going to fall into the left sit bone and then extend your right leg out in front. Yeah, so if you jumped on and we'd already started, we're sat on a block. If you are cross-legged, that's fine. Do the same, just take one leg out in front. Push your hands down by your hips and lift yourself up nice and tall, and then just forward over the leg. Okay, so go to the point where you feel the stretch. In the hamstring, well, you definitely want it in the belly of the hamstring. So today we're working with our standing splits pose. So the Sanskrit name for that is Urdhva, Prasarita, Padasana. Upwards, wide leg, 1 foot pose. So it's a big pose for the hamstrings and it's a big pose for your balance. Once you've gone to your limit, start to pulse there. So nice little pulses. Really getting into that hamstring. You can close your eyes and make sure you're not pulsing past your range, just within your range. So you can feel here we're already in a forward fold, so standing splits is a big forward fold. Now if you can think back to when we were working with the chakras, then we would be working with the Padasana chakra and the Manipura chakra. Yeah, so your sacrum chakra and your solar plexus chakra. If you've been feeling a bit emotional this week, or lacking a little bit of power, wisdom, knowledge, then maybe this session will help. Lifting yourself right back up, and then bringing that right leg in. Hopefully that hamstring feels a little bit more awake. And then extending the left leg out. So this leg might feel completely different to the other leg. So go in with awareness, with mindfulness, lifting yourself up, and then exhaling, just folding forwards. Yeah. And if you were cross-legged, you'd have your foot to your inner thigh, doing it that way. Get to that point where you can feel the stretch in the belly of the hamstring. So we don't want to feel a stretch behind the knee or by the sit bone. Right in the belly of the hamstring, the upper leg. Getting to your maximum place here in this moment, which might be different to the end of the class. And when you get to that maximum place, little pulses. And again, just being mindful not to pulse past your range of movement, just pulsing within. So not overstretching, just waking up and warming. And you keep it going just for a few more pulses. Hopefully you're feeling that lovely warmth start to spread. Good, and then pushing down to lift yourself back up. Okay, so you can sit onto that right side and bring your left leg back in. Then inhale, lift up tall. Keep the sit bones pressing down into the block and then come into your child's pose. Forehead down into the floor. So you press your hips into the block. Relax the tummy, the chest, the head, and just feel the hips here. And if you like, with the forehead down into the mat and your eyes closed, you could visualize the colors orange and yellow. So really threading in the chakras into this session. From here, coming up onto all fours. And then we can take the block just to one side. And we'll just get those cat-cows in, get the spine moving. Letting the belly sink, lift the head, chest up. And then exhale, round into the back. Spread the shoulders here. And again, inhale, lift the head, chest up. Squeeze the shoulders back. And then exhale, round into the back, chin to chest. Okay. Last time, letting the belly sink, lift the head, chest up. And then exhale, rounding into the back, push away, spread the shoulders. With the shoulders spread, tuck your toes under, and lift your hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Wiggle the hips from side to side, that's always nice, just to wake up the legs. And then walk your feet to your hands. That's it. Now catch hold of your block, and you're going to take the block, pop it in front of your toes, and then rest the toes onto the block. So you could use a book here if you haven't got one, or put your feet onto a pillow. Yeah, so the toes are on the pillow. It won't be as deep, but it will be enough. And then see if you can come to standing. See how that feels. If it's too much, you can always maybe make it a little bit lower. Use something else. Have your hands down by your side, and then start to hinge from the hips. Just bring it parallel. That's it. Good, and then come right back up. You can always do this without the block as well. As you exhale, hinge from the hips, feel the stretch. And then bring it right back up. So now maybe you can go down a little bit further every time. Hinging from the hips. There is a slight bend in the legs. Bring it right back up. 2 more times. And once you get to as far as feels good for you, I want you to think about pushing down through the feet to come up so that you're really strengthening the legs to come back up. Okay, last one. Get to where feels enough for you. So maybe the body's parallel to the floor or a little bit lower. And stay there and pulse. So again, you're not going past your range of movement, trying to have the tailbone up nice and high. You're feeling the hamstrings stretch, the core strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push down through the feet to bring yourself right back up. Good, step off the block. Inhale, lift your arms up to the sky. And then exhale, fold and hinge from your hips. That's it. Good. Now, maybe you can rest your hands on your shins or take the top 2 fingers and slide them underneath your big toe. Hands can be on the shin as well. Wherever you are, inhale, straighten your arms. If you've got the toes, pull on the toes, draw the chest forwards. Bend in your knees. Exhale, elbows out to the side, tummy, chest, head. Manipura chakra, Swadhisthana chakra. Getting a little bit of a squeeze. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. Push the toes into the fingers. And then exhale, elbows bend. So hands can be on the shins, don't forget. And last time, inhale, pull on the toes if you've got the toes. Push on the shins if your hands are on the shins. And then exhale, elbows bend, lower down. Tummy, chest, and head. Good. Releasing the hands, roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Last few things before we flow. Slide your right leg out. Press the heel down onto the floor. Bend your left leg and then push your hips back. See how low you can go. Yeah, so you might be higher than me, you might be lower than me, but you want to feel that stretch. Now push your right foot into the floor like you're trying to drag it to your left foot. I know that can be challenging. I'm going to pause here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep pushing down through that right foot to come all the way back up. All right, you're going to slide your right leg back. Have your toes pointed and resting on the floor. Lift your chest up. You can have your hands on your hips for balance. Now keep the leg and the body the same. So you're going to lift the leg off the floor, and as the leg lifts, the body falls forwards to warrior 3, and then everything stays in line as you come back. Toes touch the floor as the head comes to the sky. Try that 4 times. Yeah, so the body and leg stays in the same place. It's the hinging from the hip that moves you. 2. Can you feel the left leg start to strengthen? 3. Last one. Try and keep body and leg the same. So your body isn't going forwards without your leg going up. Like a seesaw. And then come back up. Takes a lot of concentration, doesn't it? So your right toes on the floor, lower your right heel down, and then bend the right leg, squeeze the left hip back, come into this stretch on the other side. Okay, so you might be lower or higher than me. Push your left foot into the mat like you're trying to drag it to the right foot, and then pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Push down, drag that left foot to the right foot to come back up. Good. Now you can stand onto your right leg and slide your left leg back. Okay, so your toes are resting on the floor. Lift your chest up, hands on your hips. Now imagine you're a seesaw. As your body goes down, your leg comes up. And I want you to take your awareness to your right hip, the outer right hip. Bring it right back. Good, 3 more of those. Lower down, leg moves with the body, stays in the same line. Strengthen the outer right hip. Bring it right back. Okay, we're also challenging our balance. And again, hinge forwards. Feel the strengthening in that outer right hip. That's what we're after here. Bringing it right back. Last time. It's a lot to think about so early in the morning. And then bring it right back. Good, good. So let's step forwards with the left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift your arms up. And then exhale, fold and hinge from the hips. How does all that feel? Inhale, lift the head, chest up to a halfway lift. And then exhale, jump your feet back into a plank. Elbows brush the rib cage as you lower down. And make sure the shoulders just go in line with the elbows. If you want cobra, rest your belly on the floor, lift the shoulders up and down the back. Or you come into your upward dog. And then we'll lower back down wherever you are. Push back into your knees and back into your child's pose. So you take a moment here, grab onto the floor with the hands. Stretch out those shoulders. Nice big breath in. Long breath out. Good, let's start to move a little bit. Come up come up onto all fours. Tuck your toes under. Lift the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Good, so now you're going to lift your right leg up to the sky. Now I want those hips to stay level as they are. Have a little look at your right foot. Can you see it? Toes are pointing downwards. Now you're going to pulse the heel up to the sky. And every time you pulse the heel up, can you take the leg a little bit higher? And how does that feel through your left leg? So that your left leg can have a little bend if need be. But keep pulsing without opening up that hip. We'll pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're not going to open up the hip. Bend the knee, bring the knee into the nose, and then slot the foot inside your right thumb. Good. Come up into your high lunge. So you've done so much forward fold already. Can you feel that big stretch there through that left hip flexor? Good. So bring your hands heart center, and then we take them behind the back. Interlace, draw your shoulders back, lift your chest up. Keep that nice opening in your chest. Lower over your right leg. Keep everything strong, 45 degrees. Now stand onto your right leg and lift your left leg up, warrior 3. And I know this is a really difficult transition to get into, but give it a go. Keeping your hands behind your back, lower your left foot next to your right. Yes, good. Inhale, lengthen forwards. Exhale and fall forwards. Have a bend in your knees. Arms can come up and over your head. How's that feel here? Good, bringing the hands to the sacrum and then down onto the floor. Roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Press the palms together, arms come up, and then exhale, fold and hinge from the hips. Inhale, take that halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, jump your feet back, step your feet back. Vinyasa, elbows brush the rib cage, shoulders in line with elbows. Maybe you're ready for your cobra, your upward dog now. And then take it up and back into your downward facing dog. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Okay, so fight the urge to open the hip and lift your left leg to the sky. Now I want you to look at your left foot. Make sure you can see the toes pointing downwards, hips level, and then pulse the leg. Yeah, so that heel's lifting higher, and trying to lift it higher with every pulse. Strengthening the hamstring, strengthening the glute, strengthening the outer right leg. Keep pulsing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your left knee into your chest. Left foot lands inside the left thumb. Come through, high lunge, lift your arms up. So again, maybe you can feel that big stretch through the front of the right hip now. It's been a while. And bring the hands heart center. Take them behind you. Interlace and draw the shoulders back. Press the hands downwards towards the floor. And then lower your body over your left leg. Now I know this left leg is doing an awful lot of work here, but it can do it. Stand on the left leg and then bring the right leg up into your warrior three. Can you hold it there? Draw your shoulders back. Can you feel the strength in the left leg? And we lower the right foot next to the left. That's the difficult bit. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. Exhale and fold forwards. There is a bend in your knees here, guys. Arms come up and over your head. That's it. How does it feel? Relax the head. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands to the sacrum. And then down by the floor. And we'll roll our way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Push down to come up to standing. Palms touch, lift the arms up. And then exhale, fold and hinge. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. Exhale, jump or step your feet back into a plank. Lower towards the floor. Try and bring the shoulders in line with the elbows. And then lift your head, chest up into your cobra, your upward dog. Meet me in downward facing dog. Hold it there, nice big breath in. Can you see if you can send the sit bones up to the sky and stretch those hamstrings a little bit more? Good, let's keep going. Right leg lifts up. That's it. Once you get to that place where you can't lift the leg any higher without opening the hip, then you can pulse. Okay, so take those pulses. Feel the stretch of the left leg and the right leg. Keep pulsing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your right knee into your nose, right foot next to right thumb. All right, we're adding on. Lift your arms up, come up into high lunge. And then we'll take the hands behind you. Interlace, draw your shoulders back, press your hands down. Lay your body over your right leg. Start to overload that right hip now. And then press the weight into the right foot, lift the left leg up, straighten your right leg. All right, don't worry if you fall and wobble, you can always take your arms out to the side, but try and bend your right leg, and then try and straighten it. Can you feel that strengthening the outer right leg? You can always put your hands on the floor here as well. Bend the right leg, so don't worry if you want to put the hands on the floor, go for it. And straighten. Try one more time. Bend and straighten. If you fall, if this is too much, you can laugh about it. Lower your left foot next to the right with a side. Well done. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. Exhale and fold. Take the arms up and over your head. Yeah, so take the options. If it's too much, it's much better to get the movement done than do it in a certain way. So yeah, take the options if you need to. Hands to the sacrum. Release them to the floor and then push down to roll up. How's that right leg doing? Palms together, lift the arms up. And then exhale, fold and hinge. Yeah, this is your little reset. Hands to the floor. Inhale, lift the head, chest up, bend your knees. Exhale, jump your feet back or step them. Elbows brush the rib cage as you lower down. And then you come back up through the chest, the head, cobra up dog. Back into your downward facing dog. Wiggle. How's the right hip doing? How's the right leg doing there? Okay, so make sure you got that space between your feet. Left leg lifts up. Go to where you can't lift the leg anymore. And then pulse. So every pulse, take your awareness to the right leg. Every pulse, feel the left glute, left hamstring. Good, keep it going for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knee into your nose, slot the foot next to that left thumb. Well done. Good, come up into your high lunge. Yeah, so we're going to take the hands behind, interlace, draw the shoulders back. Yeah. We always want those shoulders drawing back here. Take the body over your left leg. might start to overload that left leg. Step onto the left leg. When you feel balanced, lift your right leg. Yes, you're in warrior 3 now on this side. You can always take your arms out to the side or to the floor. We're going to bend your left leg wherever you are. And then try and straighten it. Yeah, don't worry if you wobble and fall, just come back into it. And again, bend the left leg. And then straighten it. Last time, go for it. Hold on tight. If you fall, laugh about it. And then straighten it. Good, lower your right foot next to your left. Much weaker on my left leg. You all okay, guys? Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold forwards. Arms come up and over your head. That helps give you that extra little weight. Hands back to the sacrum, releasing them to the floor, and then roll your way up. Now that left leg is talking. Press your palms together, lift the arms up, and then exhale, fold and hinge. Hands to the floor, inhale, lift the head, chest up. You can bend your knees here. And then exhale, jump your feet back. You can step them, vinyasa, elbows brush rib cage. Come through to the cobra up dog. Nice, guys, well done. Take it up and back, downward facing dog. Big breath in, guys, well done. Long breath out, try and send the sit bones up towards the sky. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, lift the right leg up to the sky. Last time for these pulses. See if you can pulse the leg a bit higher now. Yeah, we're trying to split the legs. Now I'm going to give you a little treat. Keep pulsing for 4, 3, 2, 1. You can bend the knee, heel to bum, and open up the hip. How good does that feel? Good. Bringing your right knee into your nose. Right foot lands inside the right thumb. And we're going to lower the left knee to the floor now. Yes, come onto your fingertips, draw your chest forwards, really sink down through that left leg. Bring your hands into fists, tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee and try and wiggle your right leg forwards. Go as far forwards as you can. You might start to flex your right foot so the toes come towards the face. Maybe you start to slide the leg forwards. See what you're ready to do. How far down into Hanumanasana can you go? Inhale. Don't let those hips open. Be in that place where you can feel it. Smile through it. Push down through your fists and try and bring your right leg all the way back in. Back into downward facing dog. Wiggle it out. You will be doing the can-can all day today. Left leg lifts to the sky. Toes pointing down. Pulse the leg. Find that sweet spot. Keep pulsing. Get higher every time. Keep it going for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee and open up the hip. Send that knee up high. Feel the difference here. Open hip and closed hip. Yeah, so this is open hip. Bring your left foot next to your left thumb. Slide the right leg back and lower the right knee down. Yeah. Draw your chest forwards. Try and sink into that right thigh. Draw your chest forwards. You're going to come back onto your right leg. Left toes to the sky, and then come up onto your fingertips. Oh, I'm adding in. Okay. So let's really bend into that left leg. Sorry, guys. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee. Yeah. We came into this way. And then start to wiggle your left foot forwards. It might just stay where it is. And that's totally fine. See where you can go. Maybe you slide and flex that left foot. Maybe you get down there. Yes, or somewhere near there. Wherever that is. Yeah, but you definitely want to feel the stretch through the left hamstring and the front of that right hip. Breathing in. Wherever you are, smiling through it. Breathing out. Good, push down through the fists. And then slide your left leg back in, however you can do that. And then end up all nice and tidy in your downward facing dog. Push down through the hands to send those sit bones up nice and high. All right, lift your right leg up to the sky. We're not going to pulse now. Now feel where the hips are level and square. And then bend the knee and open up the hip. Right knee into nose. Place your right foot next to your right thumb. Come up into high lunge. That's it. Okay, now bring your hands onto your hips. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, lower your right leg over your left. Your body over your right leg. Stand onto the right leg. Lift your left leg up, warrior 3. Now, imagine that seesaw again. You're going to let your body drop and your left leg lift. You can have a bend on the knee, in the knee. You can also bring your hands onto the block if you need to. Maybe you can challenge yourself, keeping your hands on your hips, lowering your body as far as it will go, but lifting your leg at the same time. Once you've gone as far as you can go, hands come to the floor, or if they're not already there, and lower your left foot next to your right. Whew. We all okay? Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. So that might have looked very different for you, and that's cool, as long as you felt it. Roll your way up. Press your palms together, lift your arms up, and then exhale, fold and hinge. Hopefully you can feel that right leg. Inhale, lift the head, chest up, and then exhale, jump your feet back, step them back. Come straight into down dog. Send the sit bones up to the sky. How's the right leg? All right, lift the left leg up to the sky. Now have the toes pointing down. This is square hips. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Yes, a nice open hip here. Bring your left foot inside your left thumb. Come up into that high lunge. Lift your arms up. Good, so now bring your hands onto your hips, lift your chest up, and then lower your body over your left leg. Okay, be brave, stand onto that left leg. Bend the left leg if you need to. Now, like a seesaw, lower your body as the leg lifts. So you can keep your hands on your hips or bring your hands onto a block or onto the floor. See what you can do. Yeah, don't worry if you fall, try again. Once you've gone as far as you can go, you can take your hands to the floor. Yes, and then lower your right foot next to your left. Are you breathing still? Yeah. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. How is that left leg? Roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. This is your little reset. Arms together, arms up, thighs forward, hips forward. Exhale, fold and hinge. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, jump your feet back. Step them back. Come back into downward facing dog. Awesome, guys. Wiggle it out. How's those legs doing? All right. Right leg up to the sky. Possibly the last one. Feel the square hips. Okay, but that's important now for this next bit. Bend the knee and open up the hip. So feel that open hip. Bring your right knee into your nose, right foot next to the right thumb. Let's come right up into that high lunge. All right, so bring your hands behind you. If it's too much, take your arms out to the side. Yes? Lower your body over your right leg. Come back into warrior 3. Like that seesaw, can you lower your body as you lift your leg? And find a place where it's quite challenging to hold. Yeah, and be there. You can also release the hands. You can also put the hands on the floor. Hold it. Okay, eventually, if they're not already, place your hands onto the floor or onto a block. And you try and draw your body further down so that your nose comes towards your shins. Can you lift the leg up higher behind you, that left leg up higher? And now listen carefully, bend the left leg, and now you can open up that hip. So you send the knee up high, high, high now. How does it feel? Breathe in. Breathe out, release. Left foot next to right. You can slide, you can swear, So do what you need. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and forward. Roll your way up. If it's challenging, lucky you. You're the one who's going to progress the most. Palms together, lift the arms up. Thighs forwards, hips forwards. And then exhale, fold and hinge. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, jump it back, step it back. Straight into your downward dog. Okay, let's get this left side down. Lift the left leg up. That's the square hips. Then bend the knee and open up the hip. Feel the opening. Feel the difference. Bring your left foot inside your left thumb. Stay with it, guys. I know it's challenging. Stay with it. Do what you can do. Come up into your high lunge. So you can always have your arms like an aeroplane out to the side. Yeah. Or take them behind you. Draw the shoulders back. For me, it's nice to get the arms out the way. Take your body over your left leg. Stand onto the left leg. Start to lift the right leg up. Warrior 3, which is challenging in itself. So just to be here is enough. But can you lower the body as you lift your right leg? Yes, and don't worry about how high the leg goes. Just worry about your left leg supporting you. Yeah, you can put your hands on the floor if it's too much. You can bend the left leg more. But when you get as far as you want to go, take the hands to the floor. And then could you I like to push my fingertips into the floor to bring my nose towards the shin. Lift that right leg without opening the hip. Yeah, don't open up the hip, fight it. Bend the knee and then open up the hip. Feel the difference. Yes, you can have your left leg bent to do that as well. I know it's challenging. Lower your right foot next to your left. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale and forward. Good. Roll your way up. Push down to come up. I know your legs are feeling it. Press your palms together, lift the arms up. Thighs forwards, hips forwards. And then exhale, forward and hinge. Well done, guys. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. Exhale, jump or step it back. Straight into your downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. So I'm going to bring the right knee to the right wrist. Rest the shin on the floor, right foot towards the left wrist. Pigeon pose. How nice. After all that, forwards and back, a little bit of opening in the hip. Take the block to one side if it's in the way, and then walk the hands forwards. Forehead down into the mat. How good does that feel now? Yes. Push down through your left foot and your outer right leg. That's it. Really enjoy opening up that right hip. Last breath here. Good, and then slowly bring yourself back up. Tucking the left toes under. We are going to change legs. All right, so take the right leg back. And then we bring left knee to left wrist, left foot towards right wrist. Slide the back leg away. Good, maybe find a little bit of lift first, and then fold forwards. That's it. And then push down through the top of your right foot and into the outer left leg. It's like you're trying to press your outer left knee into the floor and your right knee into the floor. Good. Making your way back up. Now that we can fall onto this left side, I'll get you all to this place and then we'll see what you if you can do the next bit or not. But bring your left foot to your inner right thigh and flex your foot. Inhale, lift yourself up, so like you did earlier, and fall forward. So how does that feel? If you have got a little bit of wall space, then join me and come to a wall. So I'm going to use my door. You'll stand just facing away from the door. Take the hands to the floor or a wall. Yeah, if you haven't got a wall, you can stay in the stretch on the floor. And then take the right leg up to the sky. And you can have the toes onto the wall there. And you can maybe let your left foot, the heel come to the door on the bottom of the floor. And you try and push through the hands to send that right leg up higher. Yeah. And you can play with it. You can see where you can go with it. Maybe your left foot isn't close to the floor, to the wall. Yeah, maybe it's further away. And that's it. And if you're on the mat, you could change legs now. So you had your right leg out, and you can bring your left leg out. Bring the sole of the right foot to inner thigh, lower down. Now, if you've got the one leg up, you're going to bring that leg down, shake out, whatever you need to do, and then just change sides. So maybe you have the right foot a little bit further away from the wall to start off with. Take your left leg up the wall. Yeah, you can have your toes tucked under. And then maybe you can push the toes into the wall and then bring your right foot, the heel of the foot, to the wall. And then just see where you can get to. Remember, we're not opening the hip here. We're trying to keep the hips level and square. Hopefully you've both got an option there. So if there's no wall option, then that's fine. You're here in the stretch. Good. Wherever you all are, make your way back onto your bums. Well done. And then slide your bums further down the mat. Reach the arms forwards and then slowly start to lower down. We worked hard today. Well, we always work hard. Bring your knees into your chest, arms over the tops of the knees. And you can just sway from side to side. So your Supta Baddha Konasana is going to feel wonderful now. After we spent so much time on that linear line. So bring the soles of the feet together, knees open, and just rest the arms up and over your head. All together, take a long deep breath in through the nose. And then open your mouth and exhale, let it go. And again, breathing in, fill yourself up. And then open mouth, exhale, let it out. Just letting out, especially any frustrations that might have come up. Again, nice big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Now just breathe normally, naturally. If the chakras were anything helpful for you and it's something that you work with, then maybe you can bring your awareness to the sacral chakra, Swadhisthana, orange colour, keeping your emotions in check. And the Manipura chakra, the solar plexus, beautiful yellow colour, giving you that wisdom, that power. All from your forward folds. Hopefully you've got a load of awareness in your legs, your outer hips. Maybe there's been some light bulb moments. Maybe there's been some frustrating moments. It's all part of the journey. It's all part of your learning. So if you had a terrible class today, then you have lots to learn from that. Sometimes those are the biggest lessons. You're welcome to stay in that shape as long as you like. If you need to move with me, then you can extend your legs out to the front of the mat. Reach your arms out up and over your head. Do a lovely full body stretch like a yawn. And then roll to the right side into your fetal shape. Keeping the eyes closed, make your way up to seated to face the front. Palms together, thumbs into your chest bone. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. Oof, I hope you feel good, guys. Well done. It's not easy, is it, that forward fold?